Alright, third time's a charm. Had some weird audio feedback loop going on the OBS. I think it's resolved, so let's just go right into it.
Corruption spreading across the land, and now the valley's sealed off. Wonderful.
Alright, see. So last time we left off, just finished the Win with the Mountain quest. Now we gotta meet Laura at the Embrace main gate. First of all, we're gonna go to the ruins because that is something I forgot to do during the getting through all the stuff that Embrace has to offer. So we're gonna go through that.
Stocking up. This old place. I haven't been here in years. Wonder what I can find.
And pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Death. I'm sorry. It's been a while. And whoa, these meds Johnny gave us are really something. So, okay, from the top, kids. Hail Mary, full of grace.
So the corruption for this is severe. I'm actually looking at a guide just to make sure that I don't miss any of the data points or anything else.
Seriously? Record our thoughts for posterity? Great idea, Director Evans. Like I haven't done enough for posterity already. Like I wouldn't be here like this if not for posterity. I'm done with posterity. Posterity can go.
And Machu Picchu. Always wanted to see that. Never did. Why didn't I go with Owen when he asked? Stupid. Should have gone. Well.
And maybe that's all I need, you know? That moment the door opened and you were standing there wearing that retro weave dress. And the way you smiled, I had to look away or you were gonna see on my face what had just blossomed inside me, you know? It was just an instant, but I knew. I knew we'd be forever. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine, but God who called me here below will be forever mine.
Should have brought a cart. That area back there. I wonder if I can find a way into it now that I'm older.
Director Evans, flash traffic from USRC. Black quartz encryption. I've routed the message to your hologrid for viewing.
Another one of these power cells. But what do I do with it?
From Director Evans to all. Subject, all things good. To all staff, I regret to inform you that our worst fears have been realized. The Wichita assailant has collapsed and our position will be overrun in less than 24 hours. As I'm sure you understand, exfiltration transport is not available. If you wish to abandon the facility and try your luck on foot, you may do so. Block 2 will unseal at 2100 hours and remain unsealed for 15 minutes. Godspeed. For those of us who'd rather not die on our feet, there will be a gathering in the community room at 2200 hours, and Nurse Chenna will make other things available. I want to underscore how proud I am of each of every person who served at this point. It is important to bear in mind that our sacrifices are not in vain. I hope that it makes this a little easier. Months now I've been signing off messages as Director Evans, but I suppose we dispense with such formalities now. Respectfully, Ellen. This is where we found Happy Birthday Isaac. Oh no, that's where we got the focus. Happy Birthday Isaac is somewhere else. Metal floor mark 1A. Code fragment downloaded function. Light of the moon is west, flower shadows. Beef eastward. Function. Gotta keep going. Further, there's a few data points that I haven't gotten yet. Supply crate. This was the area that I feel like might have already gotten this crate already. Or not really supposed to. It's funny that I've played this so many times, that I've been in this room so many times, and yet the layout still has me second guessing. Okay, this is good. Happy birthday, Isaac, is should be. I already got this. Then there are two more. There.
Well, Happy New Year, dear diary. Can you believe we actually celebrated last night? Well, we did. Kind of. Director Evans invited everyone to gather in the community room. Don't know where she got the party hats. That was a ghoulish touch. So there we sit, watching the clock tick down to midnight, and I'm thinking, am I the only one who gets the symbolism of this? It might have been worth it if Skylar had gotten drunk again, but I seem to be a mistake she doesn't want to repeat.
I saw them lining up in the community room. Like cattle in a slaughterhouse, but smiling at each other. Shauna handing out meds like being alive is some kind of pain to be eased. Well, not me. I don't want to go quiet. I don't want to trail off. I want a period at the end of my life sentence, not an ellipses. Hell, an exclamation mark. So if that upsets whoever finds this, too bad. I don't know anyone, anything, anymore.
Dang, he took it off. That should be everything that this ruin has to offer. And with that, that is everything in the Embrace. Besides, of course, Frostgrave, but we don't get new dialogue options or any new dialogue until we progress the main story further, so I guess that's our next stop. Continue on with the main story.
Sounds of fighting. Just outside the gates? The gates look shattered.
Watch yourselves! Bring it closer! Closer!
Varl, I take it?
Am I seeing things? Or were you riding that Strider when you came through the gate?
I was. It's hard to explain.
I imagine so. Strange times we live in. We who've survived. I recognize you, of course. Aloy, the outcast who won the proving. I'm glad to see you survived your wounds.
High Matriarch Tirsa said you might know the way to Meridian.
The capital of the Carja Sundom? You seek exile?
No. A traitor named Olin. The Matriarchs made me a seeker so I could go after him.
Huh. Well, then you should head north to Mother's Crown. If you make it, talk to Maria. She'll point the way.
If I make it?
The trail is dangerous. Ever since the War Party massacre, our lands go unpatrolled, and our borders unguarded. We have no war chief to lead us.
Isn't that Resh's job?
Ugh. Only because... Ona went missing. I'd go after her myself, but she ordered me to hold this gate with my life. And so I have.
You said the trail is dangerous. What sorts of dangers?
Almost too many to name. The killers are still out there, and somehow they've corrupted the machines, spreading madness.
Yes, I've seen it myself.
Bandits, too. Cutthroats who snuck across the border to prey on us. The word is, there's a camp in the metal ruins upriver.
Sounds like I need to craft more arrows. You said I won the proving. How did you know that?
I spoke to survivors. They said you fought bravely, as did Bast. And my sister.
Your sister was Vala? I'm very sorry. I liked her. I think we might have even become friends. If we'd had a chance.
Thank you. She died saving others. There is no better death.
You said the war party was massacred. How?
When word came of the attack on the Proving, War Chief Sona assembled a war party to give chase. But in their haste to get vengeance, some braves broke rank and raced ahead, straight into a trap. A pack of crazed machines, seething with corruption, fell upon the braves and savaged them. War Chief Sona led a countercharge and destroyed the machines, but by then the killers were gone, and our losses were extreme.
You said War Chief Sona is missing?
Even when the war party was massacred, she wouldn't give up the chase. She called for volunteers and went after the killers.
You didn't volunteer?
Of course I did, but Sona denied me that. She ordered me to see the wounded back to the Embrace, and to guard this gate, to guard the Embrace with my life. That was days ago, and since then there's been no word from her.
So there's no way to know if she's alive or dead.
If anyone could survive out there, it would be her. Sona's prowess is legend, an unbending spear to measure ourselves against.
Sounds like she sets a high standard.
Oh, you have no idea. She's my mother.
I should be on my way.
Aloy, before you make the journey to Mother's Crown and beyond, is there any chance you could search for Sona? The tribe needs her leadership. I'd go after her myself if she hadn't commanded me to hold this gate at all costs.
Where was she last seen?
The War Party massacre site. A wooded hollow across from Devil's Thirst, on this side of the river. You might be able to pick up her trail there. She went after the killers who attacked the Proving, who killed those we love, who tried to kill you.
I get it, Varl. I'll see what I can do.
Ooh, a purple drop. It's pretty rare. And it's a handling coil. That's a really good RNG. And there's tear on it. I was hoping for damage, but can I say 60 handling is a pretty good weapon coil to have. $13 handling. Tear. I don't see. I think I might keep the tear on here because this one doesn't have that bad handling.
May the goddess protect.
My whole life. All of it in the Embrace. The world just got bigger. But also more dangerous.
No, Aloy, the world stayed the exact same size. Just your view got bigger. Okay, look. Okay. Oh, these are very useful. I don't have to keep switching back and forth to get the map. Or to look at the... So I need to fix it. It's a fatty. I have 6, you need 10. Just put the fish. Pretty sure the fish has fatty meat.
Never know when I might need these.
It's fast. Okay. Hunting for a little bit.
Tough, but I'm used to it. Can't be too prepared. This'll last.
I guess we'll get the advantage. Kind of wanted to, um, like, explore the story of Bashar, in order, but the first, one is right here. I'll just do it in whatever order I come across them. It's gonna be slightly unchronological, but that's fine.
I'll find a use for you. Another message from the ancient past.
Interesting that she says another message. It's only the first one that she's come across.
A pocket shitstorm tour, day 2. My father guest lectured here. A 300-level military history course on the age of human air power. Might as well have been teaching medieval siege tactics. I was 8 when he died.
The story, this is a really underrated story. Underlining story of the world of Horizon. It's actually really sad. Hey Ma, you brought me here once to see Bevatech. I didn't know it at the time, but the class was like something out of the 20th century. He stood behind the lectern in a real space lecture hall, raising his amplified voice to be heard by flesh and blood, cadets seated in plastic chairs. It's being 45 or 46, our air forces must have already been 67% automated. The academy was still old school, literally. I suppose the quaintness. I suppose the quaintness of the setting fit the subject he was teaching. Age of Human Air Power, 1909 to question mark, question mark, question mark. The cadets probably thought the question marks were wishful thinking, or willful. From their perspective, the era of the human pilot was already over. Not for Baba. I can still see the medals he kept in natural, the bedroom. The inscriptions of Sanskrit touched the sky with glory. He said one meant. Even as a commander in the IAF, he'd kept flying. He still remembered what it was like to sit in the cockpit, his hand on the stick, his finger on a trigger. That's how he died. June 5th, 2048. At the funeral, some metallurgic international rep said we should be proud he died defending free markets. Even then, I knew that this was a lie. He died defending M.I.N.'s claim of the tantalum mine. That's what he died for. Why stop the truth-telling there? Really, he died because M&T wasn't rich enough to afford a fully automated fleet. Because it wasn't cost-effective to upgrade military surplus razoring with improved electronics warfare gear. He died because human combat pilots were just as obsolete as the crates they put them in, just as expendable. When he spiraled into the jungle, our family crashed with him. For weeks he couldn't get out of bed, and then came to the hospital. Me staying with neighbors, even after he recovered, even when he said all the right things and promised we'd be okay. I didn't believe it. Something had broken between us. I felt like an orphan. Nothing seemed to matter anymore. Which is how I lived for the next 7 years until it almost killed me. This is a really sad story. There's also some data points here. Near the corrupted zone. Just one text data point. I forgot to check. Oh wait, I have it, don't I? I guess I don't. Okay, I guess we're gonna defeat the stalkers without warp.
Scrabbling a bit.
They are weak to fire, let's try this.
No turning back.
Actually, that's a good burn damage. For ultra hard, it's insanely good burn damage. Definitely nerfed and bit watched. That sucks, you can't run corruption. Corruption is gonna be one of the worst. One of the worst status effects. That's brutal. Okay. I'm not equipped for close combat. I'm gonna fight them at range. They definitely pack a punch. That's putting it lightly. Like, look at that. That was brutal. Definitely not some of my finest moments. That was definitely. Special orders. All personnel currently assigned to Company E, 5th Battalion, 3rd Civilian Guard Brigade, Aurora Zone. Report to Vert Carrier Bay Onyx at 0500 hours. Board assigned Vert. Departure at 530 hours. Arrive in Beira, Mozambique at approximately 0000 hours, local time. Loading assignments and duty schedules to be received upon landing and intake. Assist FADM personnel, Mozambican Civilian Battalion. In A, construction and of defense obstacles along the channel coast, and B, ballistic perimeter shielding around the Aurora Porto International area. Upon completion of construction duties, participate in combat and base defense training operations, anticipation of enemy contact. As always, comport yourself so as to be credit to your own unit, to your country, the goals of operation, during victory, and yourself. Special orders end. Need to be restocking.
I can always use these.
Should be you making use of those corruption antidote. Especially fighting those corrupted machines. It'd save a lot of headache. For the most part, mainly without combat restoring. Ultra hard is like a grind mode. Like it adds an element of grind that the other difficulties just don't have. Because the resources cost, everything costs so much more. Okay, clear disadvantage. We're gonna do this hunting ground next. Well, actually, we have to do some exploring first, because we need to clear this fog.
So this is as high as we go? Okay.
There's some area that has, I think there's two, has the child's sock, or whatever it's called. Okay, well, unfortunately, I don't think we cleared this fog. Apparently, yeah, we can't clear out that fog. I don't think there's anything here anyway. There might actually be something around here. There are a few shacks and little sheds and things, occasionally, on the map. That has loot boxes and little areas to explore. I'm not sure if this is one such location, but I know there's one kind of close to this place. Doesn't look like this is it, though. Alright, the next thing that we're gonna do is uncover some of that fog and then go to the strainer site, pick up the flower, and then start the hunting ground.
Looks good. These will keep.
Okay, so for the most part, we don't really see any text data points. Or any data points to, like, Devil's Thirst.
The branches can cut like claws. Looks good. I'll do what I have to. I can get out of this. Saving these for the trail.
There is kind of like this path here. It's pretty easy to follow. Not a lot of people take the time to really explore this. It's kind of beautiful. There's a lot to see if you really take the time. This is one of those places that has a house at the top of the rocks. There's also a chest with just some shards. This one has a bit more. Pretty useful.
Look out below!
Oh, this is the hunting ground quest thing.
Are you alright, Hunter? Were you injured when the war party was ambushed?
Not exactly. And I'm not a hunter, or a brave, or anything really. You shouldn't even be talking to me.
Well, whoever you are, you're hurt. What happened?
My name's Kren. I thought I'd have a go at the trials at the hunting grounds over the rise, you know, hone my skills. It didn't go very well.
You got injured at a hunting grounds? How?
Well, I was aiming for a canister on the back of a grazer, and my bowstring snapped, and I tripped, and... forget it. It wasn't pretty, okay? I just wanted to train a bit. Hunting grounds are perfect for that. They offer trials, which are like challenges, and they give you marks if you accomplish objectives or beat certain times. The keep is up there on the hill, just to the north. Talk to him to do a trial. I'm sure you'd do better than I did.
Why did you
Count
say
on
you
it.
weren't anything at all, and that I shouldn't talk to you?
I stole a bow, okay? And got cast out. This was
wonder why
before
I
the
got
proving, so
sent.
now I can't even fight for my tribe in its time of need. I have to live in the wild by myself, which is why I wanted some training. Honestly, I'm just glad the keeper would talk to me. I think he might be in exile or something.
Kinda feel
He doesn't
bad
seem
for
to
this
care about the
guy.
laws of the matriarchs.
Things aren't exactly going your way, are they? Is there anything I can do to help?
No, he'll be all right. My father always
Having
said
a bad day.
all mother had a plan for me. Before he got run over
I'd
by a
think
strider
twice
anyway.
about that, actually.
I need to get going, Kren.
All right,
I don't think
be careful,
All Mother has
especially if you're heading
a
north.
plan for you.
And be sure to hit the hunting grounds if you want to train up.
Don't worry, I will spend many hours there. Alright, so... Next stop... Actually, I'll go to the Meadow Flower on my way to the Ancient Armory. And I'll start the Ancient Armory, because we can get through the first door, just the 2 power cells that we have, so go there after this part. I'm gonna go this first. Now normally on a long playthrough like this, I'll build my way up, get the half sun, the full sun, and the blazing sun. Those take a long time if you want to do them consecutively like that. So I'm just gonna go for the blazing sun for each trial.
You're not gonna be the one to stop me.
I'm not sure if I actually get the half sun and the full sun boxes if I get blazing sun per try. I think I do. The last previous playthroughs I would start at the bottom and work my way up to get each box, but that took a very long time. Alrighty. Need a war bow. He doesn't sell it, does he? He does. So he doesn't sell the cards of war bow. Guess I'm better off just getting this. But I do need a tripcaster. I'm gonna sell my other one.
pass the test. Shouldn't use my weapons up here. It'd be cheating. I'll save the shooting for down in the hunting ground. If I'm gonna prove myself in these trials, I should do it fair and square. Might need this.
Okay, so it maxes out at 3 of each. 3 stacks of each. So it would be a waste.
Yeah, this is useful. If I'm gonna prove myself in these trials, I should do it fair and square.
So the potions actually.
I'll save the shooting for down in the hunting ground.
Oh no. Wait. Yeah, I need health. Shock. God. And drop trap, healthy potion.
Gonna come in handy.
Glass trap. Wait. Glass trap. It's the fire one. Interesting. That should be everything. Okay, we have to modify this guy with handling would be nice, but prioritize damage and gonna damage looking pretty good for now. And
I spoke to Kren. He told me this is a hunting grounds where you offer tests of skill.
Poor Kren. Not the best hunter, but at least he keeps his chin up. You bear the mark of a seeker. I've heard of those, but never seen one. You have the matriarch's leave to come and go as you like from the sacred land?
Yes, but I would have gone even without their permission.
Is that so? Then maybe you and I can speak plainly. Truth is, I've had dealings with the Karja. I represent an organization called the Hunter's Lodge in Meridian. We test promising young hunters with trials at places like these. You might be just the kind of person we're looking for. Why don't you sample the trials and see? Just to be clear, though, I'd appreciate it if you kept our conversation in confidence, especially when it comes to the matriarchs.
of
You're not supposed to be here, are you?
No. My friend and I left the sacred land and returned. The matriarchs wouldn't approve, to say the least. We're hunters at heart. Left because we wanted to find new herds and new machines. That's why the Hunter's Lodge appealed to us. But the Karja wouldn't have us if they knew we were Nora, so we wore Karja clothes when we brought our marks to them. After a while, it felt like we were caught between worlds. Not quite Karja, not quite Nora. We started to miss home. So we came back and set up our own hunting grounds.
You think it'll work? Staying here without the matriarch's permission?
I'm not sure. But we don't believe in their rules. There's a big world out there, and ignoring it doesn't help anyone.
you could say that again.
What is the Hunter's Lodge?
It's a group of hunters who compete to bring down the mightiest machines in the land, run by the Karja in Meridian.
Don't
You can
wait?
see it yourself if
I'll
you
be
win
taking
3
down the
half-suns
mightiest of
from the
them
hunting
all.
grounds. Just to warn you, though, they're not fond of Nora.
Red mob beneath my feet.
Tell me about the trials.
The Hunter's Lodge hosts hunting ground trials throughout the world, each offering hunters a chance to test their skills.
What do I get for completing them?
Pride in accomplishment, as well as marks, depending on how well you fare. Here, we offer the tools trials.
What kind of tools?
Hunting isn't just about your bow. It's about using everything available to you, even your surroundings. You'll see once you start taking the trials. Choose your trial, and I'll tell you how it works. Test your skill with bow and arrow by shooting parts off the backs of grazers as quickly as possible. This trial tests your ability to use the environment to your advantage. Shoot log piles to make them fall, crushing machines below. Remember, you can use explosions from your blast sling to scare machines into fleeing where you want them to go. Use your blast wire and Carja tripcaster to bring down grazers. I'll be timing you. Explosions scare them, so you may want to use your blast sling to drive them into your traps.
I have to go.
I'll be here if you decide to come back.
I'm gonna get off for about 30 minutes and then I'll get back on. But for now, I'm just gonna take a break. So yeah, I'll be back on in about 30 minutes.